Hello everyone, welcome to the third episode of the Gaming Den. This show brings you a lot of different topics and along with some entertaining that most podcasts you might not see that you do listen to. I hope you guys are ready to get started because I know we are. So with further ado, I am SheWulf, one of your hosts of today's show, along with my other host.
Hey everybody, I'm Fox. Thank you to everybody who's joining us. So yeah, I can't wait to get into the show, and I don't know how the heck you made it in here, SheWulf, because I heard you were streaming all night.
Oh my god, with I think it was 6 hours. It was 5 or 6 hours with GKB, Longshot, and Scottish Smurf. Season 11 of Diablo 3 came out.
Oh
and,
my
oh
god,
my
Diablo.
we pushed to 70, and I almost gave out at 12 o'clock. I was like, oh my god, I'm so tired.
That's when I left. I was like, bye, SheWulf, and you were like, wait, what? Fox is going to bed? And I was like, yeah, good night.
I know, I was so surprised, but I was ready to give up. But GKB was going so strong. I was like, all right, I got to do this. I got to stay. We're going to do this. I got to the point where I think they all thought I was delusional or something because I was just going on about the dumbest things. But
she's being random.
They were so strong though. They were going strong. So I had to show that I could pull it with the big boys, and I tried and I kept going. Went to 70.
Not only that, you hit 1K on your followers on Mixer. That's freaking awesome.
I did, and I have to thank everybody for helping, getting me to 1K. But gotta keep going though. We gotta keep going. So gonna keep streaming and doing all that fun. What about you? What have you been doing lately?
Oh man. Oh well, besides Destiny beta, that's the only thing that's going on. I mean, I streamed it how many times now? 3 or 4 times, I think.
Oh god, I have no idea.
You too, you've been streaming it too. But the fact that we streamed it on PlayStation and then on Xbox, and I'm playing with my friends, trying to strike with different people, it's really fun. So that's what my main thing, even though there's a lot of games out right now that I like that are doing updates, like Battlefield 1, Doom, and stuff like that. I want to get back into those as well. I just don't have the time because my brothers are like, hey, let's watch this show. Let's catch up with this other show. And I'm like, oh my god. So I don't want to say no to them because I do hang out, online a lot. So it is really hard to balance, the gaming, the streaming, and at the same time, hanging out with the family and watching shows with my brother, trying to catch up with everything. I haven't even finished The Walking Dead.
Are you kidding me? You haven't finished The Walking Dead?
No, I haven't.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's coming
I knew
out
I
soon.
was going to... I knew I was gonna get shit for that, but yeah, I have to finish it. But I watch that with my brother. I don't watch it by myself. So that's why.
Well, then I guess that works. But oh my god, Destiny was cool when it actually wanted to work. That's my biggest thing.
True.
That's my biggest thing. When it wanted to work, then it works. But with that being said, guys, let's get into what this show is going to be about. And of course, as always, the first thing we love to do is show all you amazing viewers the insider of real gamers. Now, this we're going to start right now, so that way you awesome viewers can get into the chat and get ready to enjoy the rest of the show. So,
yes.
Further ado, let's jump into the Gamer of the Week.
Enjoy.
Here we go. It's my time to shine. Yes, Newf Nukem here with a video on the GamingDen podcast. Thanks to SheWulf and Lady Fox Fire for giving me a chance to introduce or reintroduce myself to the gaming community. Newf Nukem, been podcasting for, I guess, just over a year now. Been gaming since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Now, if anybody knows me, you'll know that this video is probably going to be filled with some off-the-wall jokes, some good jokes, some bad jokes, everything in between, maybe a little lewd humor. So this may not be for the faint of heart, or at least for those under the age of 17, so I'll just put that warning out there in advance. Now guys, I've had this request several times from a lot of the lady community members. They've been asking Newf, you're pretty dirty and perverted, so when are you going to show us your big wiener? Well, now is the time. Here it is. It is my big sausage right here. Man, that thing is making me jealous. I'll just have to eat that a little bit later on today. I know, it's not what you thought it was going to be, but that's the best I can do. Had you going there, didn't I? Now, I'm not as handsome as Magic Mike, and I don't have a big house to show you, so I'm just going to take you on a quick whirlwind tour, show you where I kind of game, that sort of thing. So, here you go. Pardon the jumpy camera, so if you guys get dizzy and all that shit, you might want to just kind of look away for a quick second. Alrighty, well, here is my 4K LG gaming television. I know the video quality is kind of dark. It is a pretty nice TV. It's a mid-range model, but I like it. I can watch porn and all that fancy 4K now. It's great stuff. As you can see by the colors down here, we got a variety of controllers, which means I have a PlayStation 4. Yes, proof in the pudding. I have a Nintendo Switch. Here is my Xbox One S. Here is my PlayStation 4 Slim model, and down here is the good old Nintendo Switch. It's like the oddball in the family. I guess you could call it the tranny because it doesn't know if it wants to be a portable or a home console. But hey, it's all good. We're gaming, right? We're gaming. Now, speaking of games, well, Newf Nukem likes to watch a lot of sports. Here is my favorite hockey team, the Edmonton Oilers of the National Hockey League. And over here is my favorite football team. Despite the fact I'm not overly proud of that, yes, I am a 49ers fan. And I had the Kaepernick jersey before he kind of went a little bit rogue. But hey, it's all good, right? Got it for a good price. Over here is my assault weapon of choice. As you can see, the UNSC. This thing is pretty cool. Shoots like a whole bunch of shots. I just thought I'd put that out there. Big Halo fan. That's kind of cool. Had to add it to my collection. It's kind of like a Nerf gun. And I got a little celebrity appearance for you here. You guys might recognize this guy, right? Hey, Ted, I understand you always got something good to say. So let's hear what you got to say, buddy.
You ever watched a girl have an orgasm? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Had.
There you go. Ted's always got lots of cool stuff to say. Hey, man, you can't have a household, you know, and you can't have Cletus and Arnold kicking around with having Ted, too. So me and my magical teddy bears, and I actually bought that for my wife a while back. It's all good. Let's take you on a quick little tour out to the living room area where I have the bigger television. Pardon the mess, all the junk. I know we have a lot of clutter here. It's a condo. Out here, it's my big 60-inch Sharp Aquos. Down below, we got a few figurines here. Batman Collector's Edition, Arkham City. My Gears of War pop figures. We got the Fatty Xbox One. Actually won that in a contest, believe it or not. Over here is the old Grandpappy. Well, I guess we'll call it the uncle for now. Not quite the Grandpappy, but yeah, it's the older ones. There you go, the Xbox 360, good console. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my video, guys. Well, it wouldn't be complete, but at least having a few words from, yeah, I know I'm sweating like a donkey in heat here. But anyway, hey everybody, this is Cletus, and I'm hanging out here with Newf Nukem. Yeah, I can't come on camera because I'm pretty freaking ugly, and if I had to come on camera, I'd probably scare you all off of this video. But I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like Newf Nukem's big sausage. That certainly gave me a good laugh, and hopefully I'll see you on a few more videos. And lastly, a few words from another guy that you might know. Hello everybody, it's Newf Nukem. He's a friend of mine. He's a pretty good podcaster. At times he's funny, at times he's just an idiot, but that's how it rolls. So hope you enjoyed the video. Now I think it's time to clue things up, and we'll end it with this. Hi, I'm Batman, and it's time to end this video.
Alright guys, we are back. I hope you guys enjoyed that insider of the real gamers. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you guys want to be one of those insiders, would like to put your video up there, all you have to do is simply send us a video. You can either DM it on Twitter or send it to the email that you saw on the end of that video. And who knows, maybe we'll pick yours and you'll be the next insider of the real gamers. So we like to show all of you guys, we love the community and showing that, you know, what everyday life is.
Just wanted to say Newf is crazy. That's, you know, that's all I wanted to say.
Newf is definitely crazy.
Yes,
Love the Batman
I hope you guys,
voice, though.
Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that and had a good laugh.
I hope so. I hope so, because that's what it's all about. The fun and the joys of...
Oh, Newf is in the chat. What's up, Newf?
Alrighty.
All right.
Now, guys, it is time to get to the news. Da-na-na-na. And, of course, the first thing that we like to do is talk about some topics that chances are probably aren't actually going to be across most of the podcasts that you listen to. So, one of the first topics we are going to be getting into is... Respawn introduces an all-new way to play Titanfall 2. What? Seriously?
The way you say that.
I know, right? I'm interested in this. So, this is what they say. Titanfall 2 Frontier Defense, the PvE Horde mode, introducing the Operation Frontier Shield, built for 4-player co-op. You and your team are tasked to protect the Harvester through multi-waves of accommodating enemies, all hellbent on taking it down. Build your team, optimize your Titans, and adapt your strategies to survive the mayhem and all of the new weapons, gear, and progression. Now, that is absolutely insane and awesome because, hey, a lot of people love Horde mode. So the fact that Titanfall is bringing this in does make you wonder what's going on, and this is going to be the next update that they're bringing, so that makes it even more interesting. What do you think, Fox?
I think that well, one thing I wanted to point out, I do believe they did have something like this on the first game. It wasn't as customizable or detailed as this one is. I think it was just very simple. But this is like a whole new thing for their Horde mode style that they're bringing in their own like taste to it. So I think it's actually pretty good from what I see in the videos and other YouTubers talking about it. I was like, damn, this looks really interesting. And for me, someone who has played Gears of War Horde mode from part 2 from the beginning, and I've seen it evolved. So I know like how it is now. Even though I'm not that much into it like I was in Gears of War 3, I love Horde mode. And there's other games that have applied their own style of Horde mode in a different kind of ways. And I do like the way that they're doing it here. You do have access to your Titan, and you could upgrade them. So that's really, it has unique updates, not the same updates that we have in the multiplayer. So you could upgrade your Titan in different ways as well. And they might bring those upgrades eventually to the multiplayer. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, this is all about like defending, surviving, and you do have like I think 5 waves of enemy or unique enemies coming at you. There are some new enemies in there. I think there's like 3 or something like that they're different that we haven't seen before. So yeah, I'm really interested in this. It's 4-player. I'm used to 5. I'm used to like 5-player because of Gears. But 4 players is fine too.
Everything seems to be going 4. But
yeah, what's up with that?
I know, right? So you'll be able to earn currency, and you'll be able to use this between waves to purchase, obviously, extra defense, arc traps,
batteries.
Sentries. Yes,
yeah, batteries and stuff.
Batteries
Traps
for your Titans, guys. I think that's kind of a cool feature. But we all know, like anyone who plays Horde mode, that this is a normal thing where obviously, you know, you can purchase things in between to better defend yourself. And there is going to be 4 difficulty modes. So you will be able to range from easy to master. And of course, the insane difficulty setting will be available separately featured mode. So that is...
Yeah, you gotta unlock that or something.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I saw that.
Which, that's not really surprising either, because a lot of the times you do see that, where they, you know,
when
they
it
put insane
with
somewhere
campaigns.
else. Yeah, and you have to actually, like, unlock them. So I find that cool. Also in this update, they are also going to be releasing a map that we all recognize. It is from the original Titanfall, which is Rise. So
Yep.
I'm really happy with that. They're also bringing war games, Blackwater, Canal.
I think some of those are already there, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, it says like at launch there will be 5 supported maps: Homestead, Forward Base, War Games, Rise, and Blackwater Canal, and Kodia. So those are the maps that I guess this Horde mode will be able to play with, and I thought that was kind of cool. I am super excited to get in there and try this new DLC. Chances are me and Fox will probably be streaming it.
Oh yeah, it comes out on the 25th. That's next week.
Yep. Yes, it is. The new update for Titanfall 2 is going to be releasing on the 25th, like Fox just said. But I am super, you know, I'm really excited to see how they remastered the original Titanfall map, Rise. Because
I actually like that map, so I'm looking forward to it as well.
I know. Like, it is going to be crazy to see what they did, because they remastered it. So when they say remastered, did they actually change things, or do you think like they kept it more or less the same base, but
If I'm comparing it to the maps they've already released that are remastered, I'm thinking it's gonna be the same thing. They might have a little bit of different lighting and stuff like that. Maybe I guess more details, but I think it's gonna be basically the same thing, from what I remember, or from what I'm guessing.
It will be awesome to see. I'm excited. Who in the chat is excited to see this new update and possibly may actually be trying this update? Especially, let's bring this to a fun fact that Titanfall 2 will be coming to EA Access. So that also makes things a lot more fun as well.
Yeah, more players.
You can be free. Well, more or less free. You do have to pay for EA Access. But really, come on, $30 for a year for a bunch of games is really not a bad thing.
No, that's pretty awesome. And as long as they keep adding to it, the value, it gets better and better.
Exactly.
But I am looking forward to that map because I actually do like when they remaster certain maps. They do that in Gears of War a lot. And sometimes they change like the whole dynamic of it, where it has they make it nighttime or something, or they add like weather to it or something. So I do like that. I do believe we're getting another map as well, Township.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a new one, right? Completely new. I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it is, I believe, a completely new map. What is it? Township. Yes, it says, Operation Shield also includes a new live fire map, Township, which models a small town environment with open, thought-out flares and small buildings with intense close quarters combat. So, I guess, I think... I'm hoping that this
shotgun.
Yes, shotgun. But also for the pilots, it'll be a lot easier to kind of jump around on the buildings.
Oh,
because,
okay, yeah.
Like if it's small quarters, then you will be able to wall run and all that kind of stuff a lot easier, which is something that I really enjoy doing instead of like these like the bigger maps that they've had, where there's just too much room and pilots get squished too easily by Titans. So I am looking forward to this new map and seeing what they do. So make sure you guys watch because we will be streaming this on Mixer when it releases on the 25th. So make sure you guys watch out for that.
I'm really interested in the Horde mode though. I'm looking forward to playing that. I do believe also we're getting new weapons and everything.
Yep.
So overall, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna say I can't wait, but I really want to try it, and hopefully it gets me back into Titanfall 2.
Yep.
Maybe I'll like it better than the multiplayer itself. So,
agree. Like I said, it's new weapons, new gear, and new progressions. So,
I think they're also adding some DLC on the side, like weapon skins and stuff like that. And some of them have like XP boost. But you have to pay that with real monies.
Yeah, of course.
I just wanted to point that out on the side.
Free to win.
Yeah, in a way, in a small way, yeah.
Respawn. Maybe you might have done something right. We shall see. We shall see.
Yes, true.
All right, so going on to our second topic. Now, this one kind of touched my heart a little bit because Bloober Team, known for their trippy first-person horror game, Layers of Fear. Yes, people, Layers of Fear. I love this game. I 100%ed this game, even the DLC, because this game was amazing. But there's a fun fact that they are releasing on August 15th. They're releasing a cyberpunk horror title that is going to take place in the year 2084 called The Observer. So that sounds crazy, and people liked that whole idea of the cyberpunk 2077.
Yes,
and
people are still looking forward to that.
Exactly. A lot of people are looking really forward to that kind of game, but I think it's because of it's different from the realistic, or not the realistic, sorry, the futuristic. It is actually much different from the futuristic that we've seen lately with like kind of space and jumping around, and this is actually tech. Like this is your tech futuristic instead of your space futuristic, if that makes any sense. And this, of course, is going to be an indie game. Obviously, it's not going to be like some high AAA title, guys.
Girl, wait, I gotta stop you right there. It doesn't even feel like an indie though when I saw the trailer.
No.
Just being honest, it looks like a AA game.
It
go ahead.
does.
Go ahead.
But walking simulator games kind of give you that feel though, because of how much detail and how much
I say some
that they can put into it though.
I'll say some, not all of them.
Well, yeah, there's quite a few, like Perception. That was an amazing game. There was a lot of great detail in that game, and it's a walking simulator. Layers of Fear and their DLC was a really amazing walking simulator. So, you know, these kind of games, they do take definitely that step because they can put so much fine details into these games that I find it just looks amazing. But this game was actually revealed at the PC gaming show during E3. And I think a lot of people missed that because not a lot of people really watched the PC gaming show, so I don't really think they saw that. And I feel go for it.
No, I was gonna say, to be honest with you, not only that, like when people do watch it, they want to know like the hardware stuff of it, like new, you know, computer stuff that's coming out. I don't think anybody really takes anything away from when they do mention games, because really I didn't know anything about this game, existence at all. And now that I see the trailer, now that I see screenshots, now that I was reading about it, I'm like, dude, this sounds really interesting, even for me, which I do. You guys know me already.
Yeah.
I do not like horror games, but this game looks really intriguing. I'm like, what the heck is happening? What's going on? I want to know. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, it's so the world is bested by drug abuse and war. Now, of course, that's something we actually see quite a bit in the real world right now. You know, there's a lot of that going on. So like it's a little crazy to see that into a game like this. But it is resulting in some awful wrapped minds to explore. Along with exploration and puzzle solving, players will also use conversation
Yeah, it's the way that you talk, the wheel, the whole conversation wheel.
Yeah, it is conversation. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking it was something else, but yes, the conversation tree, where you'll be able to make choices and all that kind of stuff. So it will impact your story. Where Layers of Fear, you didn't have that option. You didn't actually have what you did. Well, not what you did, but what you said didn't actually impact. But depending the choices that you made in the game,
right.
Okay, so let's go a little bit into Layers of Fear. When you play this game, when you touch a certain item, when you go a different path, your game is completely altered. There was 3 different endings that you were able to get, and you had to do so many different things to get these endings. But now this one, they're going to give you a conversation tree that's going to allow you to make choices, which will impact your story. And it, obviously there's probably going to be different endings with this game as well as, how they did Layers of Fear. And that makes you want to play the game over. So you're actually getting your money's worth, because when you play through, you're never guaranteed the same ending, which I find is really unique and something I really love in indie games, especially when they're usually only about $20.
Right. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I like the difference in the games, actually. One is like what you do in the game, where you go impacts it, like you said. And then this one is different. It's like what you say impacts it. And I'm also guessing, like, because you could go hack into people's minds and you see different things.
Yeah.
And I think that might also play into it as well. I don't know, but I thought that was interesting. Did you see the protagonist, the dude at the end of the video?
Yeah.
I think he looks familiar to me. Like, I've seen him in a movie before.
You think so?
Yeah, I think like he played a vampire somewhere. As soon as I saw his face, I'm like, isn't he a vampire in a movie somewhere? I thought that was also interesting. He has a unique face. I like unique features. And it creeps me out.
No, it wasn't Van Helsing.
I don't know, but he looks very familiar to me.
That is true. I didn't think about that. I do love the graphics and how creepy this game does look, though.
Yeah, very creepy. I'm more intrigued in the story.
Yeah.
Than all the creepy horror aspect of it. I do like the steampunk style, so the whole futuristic thing. I like that. That's interesting. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up. But
you don't think? How come though? Like what? Like what?
Because it might be scary.
That's the only reason you may not do it, because it might be scary.
It might. Well, I don't know, because I am very intrigued with the story, so that I might pick it up then. I don't know. I think I want to see some gameplay, like some actual gameplay itself, because the trailer that we saw was just cinematic, stuff. So I'm also intrigued with the gameplay, and I don't know how it's gonna play. Besides, I do believe you're going to be first person again. I do know that.
Yes. Yeah, you're always first person in these kind of games. So, which makes sense because, like I said, when I play games like these, I do find that you want to be first person. You don't want to be third person because it takes you out of the whole intensity that horror games bring. Because when you hear something, you want to have to be able to move your whole camera to look behind you to get that sense of the feeling instead of just being able to see your character run around and you can see what's going on. So I'm actually like happy that they're keeping it first person.
Yeah, because you like the creepies.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, I want to be immersed. Creep me out. And I'm over here like, no, please, just tell me what's happening. You know? We're like completely different in that aspect. But by the way, this is a very mature game, so no kids should play this, in my opinion.
Yes.
Obviously, people do what they want with their kids, but this game has like blood and gore, sexual themes, drug references, strong language, and stuff like that. So yes, it's a very mature rated game. Which obviously some people think that's very interesting because it's more realistic. So, yeah, just wanted to point that out.
That is very true. Very true. So the actor is Hunkard. I can't even pronounce his name. He's got a weird name. Like
is he? So is he in other movies?
He
like, and stuff?
plays
I was...
in like Batman Begins. He was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's probably where you've seen him from.
Yo, done. That's him.
Yeah.
But from the movie, right? The movie, like the old school movie?
Yes, he was that weird, creepy guy from the movie. So.
I knew it! He was a fucking vampire! Hey, guys, you know, give me some props in the chat. You know, your girl knows some stuff.
Yeah, he was. Which is pretty cool.
So,
he was also in, like, True Blood and a bunch of
I seen that.
Yep.
I seen that show, too.
Yeah,
not the whole thing, but I saw most of it. But yeah, the fact that this game's, like, right around the corner, really, really cool. I think the whole game is interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so,
I just think it's a game that's not really getting talked about that I think should.
Yes.
So, hopefully I'll be able to do a review for you guys. But, speaking of games, it is now time to play a little game of our own. And let's see, how well do you know the gaming world? Are you guys ready? Because here we go.
Go.
Alright guys, so tune in next week to find out who won that quiz. Last week it was Magic Mike. It was almost a very close tie between him and Timidos, but Mike did answer a couple questions right before him, so Magic Mike did become the winner. So
shout out to our bro.
Yep, big shout out, big shout out. All right, so now going into the next part, we like to talk a couple things of like different games that probably or you could have missed by chance because they're not so well known. They're not AAAs or really AA's, so people don't really, catch on to them. So one of the first games that I want to jump into is actually one of your games with gold. And I thought that this was kind of a neat game. It's Get Ready to Rumble, which is kind of a weird name, but
cheesy.
Hey,
cheesy.
It is. It's kind of cheesy. It is, but it is a fast-paced action game for up to 8 players locally and 9 players online. Platforms and obstacles appear and disappear with each swipe of the background color. So, if you can't see something, it doesn't exist, people.
The way you say that's too much.
I know, I thought it was neat, though. I thought it was funny. Players can go head-to-head in Run, Arena, and King of the Hill, or horn their skills on their own in Adventure or online multiplayer. So I thought it was really neat. It is a free game, so why not kind of...
Yeah, that's the big plus.
Why not get it? If you have games with gold, you might as well get it. Try it. Play with some friends. It's a cute game. I find it's very colorful, and there's a lot going on. Obviously, it's not graphically like absolutely amazing or anything like that, but it does.
But it's very artsy.
Yes.
I like that.
What do you think about it, Fox?
I think it's cool. I think it's a fun, competitive style game. You have 8 players, right? That you can play all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was, and then you can play also couch co-op. I think it's less people.
Yeah, I said it's 8 players locally and 9 players online.
Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. So I think that's fun. It makes it very competitive. It's when you're playing with your friends, and all this stuff is happening on the screen, and it changes color. One thing I find that is very different than other games I've played, they're similar, is that when it's gonna change color, it comes out on the edge of the screen. So it kind of warns you, it gives you a heads up, it's gonna change to this. Yeah. So they kind of they show you a little bit of the color, then it happens after that. So then you kind of know that, purple's coming up, so maybe not step on those platforms. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's pretty interesting. I think you have power-ups or different power-ups and stuff. They do different things, so that's really fun as well. And it's kind of like how Hue and Speedrunners had a baby, in my opinion.
I guess that would definitely be a way to tie the two together.
Yeah, 2 other indie games, really fun games. One is very story-based, and the other one is multiplayer as well, which you race from one side to the other. I do believe that one also has little power-ups as well. But yeah, this similar to that. I like the colors. Like I said, it looks really fun. So yeah.
That's what it kind of comes down to. One, the maps are just kind of... Even though there's not a whole lot going on, the maps, the way that they played them out just made it stand out, I guess you can say. The background, there's, again, not a whole lot going on, but it still makes it interesting. And I love how, each character, when they're jumping around and stuff, they have, you can get, these fire flame things that, go around you and stuff like that, which I believe is, the skills and stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, the power-ups.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the power-ups, and then, the bridges can disappear, and, it's so crazy, especially, having 9 players online playing.
Very chaotic. Very fun and chaotic, I bet.
Well, yeah, because, the maps aren't super huge. So, the maps, they're, when you're going through, they're literally just, a couple things thrown together. So, it's wait a minute, what is this? So, really, you're wondering what's going on, and there's 9 people. And I know, some people may think that's not really a lot of people, but when you have 9 characters all in one small map, it is actually a lot, and it gets a little crazy. So
yeah, and I bet people are like, oh shit, which one's mine again? Oh my god, and you're trying to follow your character, and there's so many things happening on the screen. I bet some people might get confused with that. But I think the maps might change depending on the different modes that you try. Yeah. So some might be bigger than others.
Yeah. Well,
and they're some of them are vertical as well, where you could go up and stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah. Well, okay, so here's a little bit of details on the map and stuff. You could come across a map where it's literally just lines that are going through, and you have to jump around. Like, it's literally just colors on your back wall and then just lines here, like here and there, where you have to jump on. So like that could be one style of map. And then there's another style of map that could be like volcano stuff shooting up behind you, and you'll have like a bridge, like different color bridge that, you know, you have to go across the bridge and stuff. And if the color disappears, guess what? You're going in the lava.
Yeah, that's right. Like when we were kids, the lava don't touch the ground, basically.
Exactly. And then there's like it could change up to where you're actually having to jump across lava, where there will be like black stages across each of the, like the lava shooting up, and you have to jump on those. So there's also that, and then there's like also different ones with like different buildings where the color of the building and stuff changes. Like there is a lot of maps, and you are definitely not getting the same cookie cutter maps that you would see in most games, where you know how usually they just take a skin and then just change it, and it's almost like the same map over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's like you're repeating the same style over, just with your own little twist to it, but this one has unique maps in general.
Yeah, you're constantly changing. It is constantly changing. And again, for a free game with Games with Gold, I would definitely recommend picking it up, guys. Find some friends and play, because again, you can play locally or you can play online. So
yeah, friends or family. I think it's a fun game. It's cute.
You know, it would probably be like a really fun family game. Like to like play with your kids and stuff like that. I bet you they would have a lot of fun just jumping around with everybody.
That room, I'm just saying, that room might get loud.
It probably would.
With all the craziness.
It probably would, but I bet you it would be really fun though to do. So.
Yes, I agree. It's a fun game. Oh, also, I think this game was also released on like the Wii U and the 3DS before, and now it's on Xbox One. But yeah, it's interesting to me that like now we're hearing about it. It wasn't really popular over there, so yeah.
Yeah, it released August 27th, 2015, where it was on the Wii U, the Nintendo 3DS, but then in September it released on Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and it's going to be on the new Nintendo 3DS. So.
Oh, surprise, surprise! Maybe you'll get more, you know, more clicks on there.
I wonder if
people
they'll
will
do
be more
crossplay.
interested.
Just saying, people are, you know, Nintendo seems to be liking this whole crossplay with Xbox. So.
Oh heck yeah!
It would
heck
be
yeah!
Interesting. Just put that through your heads, guys. All right. So let's jump into the second game that we want to talk to you guys about. And of course, this is Ashen. Now, this game we did see a couple times at the 2016 E3 and then again at the 2017 E3. Now, both times we saw two completely different trailers. The first trailer, we saw a lot of open maps where it was just figures walking around with no faces, going to different people, and they said like you would go and talk and people would have to get to know you and so on and so forth. But at this E3 that just passed, we saw a lot more. We actually saw huge bosses that we ended up going against. You end up also seeing more creatures, and you're running around with friends, and it seems like almost like a dungeon type feel. So
yeah,
I thought this one was kind of interesting. It is developed for the Xbox One and Windows. It is not releasing on PlayStation. It is coming out April 30th, 2018, and it was developed by Aurora 44. So I thought it was kind of neat. It is an open world survival combat, exploration-based video game set in fantasy environments. So I thought that was kind of neat, and I'm excited to see what they're going to bring with this game. What do you think, Fox?
Oh, girl. Well, from my notes, I thought it was in 2015 that it was first announced. Maybe it was 2016 where they first showed the trailer.
No, maybe the 2016 was the one they skipped then.
Well, either way, you're right. The trailers were completely different.
I know there was two, so it must have been 2015, and then it must be 2016. We were all kind of wondering where the hell was it.
Okay, then that's what I wrote down. I was like, 2015. That's when they first came out. I saw the trailer. I was getting a certain kind of vibe from this game. I thought it was gonna be like weird, interesting, and like very mellow. And then when I saw it again this year at E3, I was like, whoa, what happened? Look at all this stuff. It's different. It feels like there's way more, like they added way more to it, because you're gonna have combat and stuff like that. This game is pretty, like, it feels like a dark style game.
Yes, kind of like Dark Souls.
Yeah, like creepy art, which obviously looks really good. It looks awesome. But yeah, I'm not really into like these type of games where it feels like what action RPG style.
Well,
But
here's a couple of things that like they have said about this game. It's gonna have passive multiplayer. So people you meet in the world are players with their own agendas. It will be up to you to decide how to deal with them, which I thought was kind of like, hey, so there could be dicks, or you can have nice people. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
There's non-linear progression. No two games will ever be the same. This is a world that moves on without you. Simply being in a different place at a certain time will alter the story in dramatic ways. Now, that alone makes it worth the money to buy the game, because
That's even more creepier than I was expecting.
it is to never experience the same thing, and if the world is constantly moving. So obviously this game has to be on servers, because for them to constantly keep moving it like that, it's gonna have to be.
Yeah, short servers for sure. And that sounded weird. And you know, it's on Xbox and it's on PC. Yeah, I'm not even surprised, but this game feels like another double A game. I almost said triple, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A double A game. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is a small indie, which that's what I thought when I first saw the trailer. I was like, oh, there's just a interesting small indie with like probably some deep storyline or something. And now it's evolved into something more, where now I can see this. A lot of people wanting to pick this up because it does feel like more than what it seemed. And yeah, it does seem interesting to me. Art wise, it looks really good. And it's something that I could watch someone play, because I don't mind watching people play Dark Souls or Bloodborne and stuff like that. I think it's interesting, but they're not the type of game that I would play, you know?
I love the art style. That is the one thing that pulled me in about this game, is that it has like the nice water pastel kind of colors, but at the same time they're like you said, they're very dark and gloomy. They're not like your standard bright, but it has like that washed out kind of feeling, like a painting would. And I love that feeling. Also, this game is open world exploration. So they say your settlement is nested in the mountains, surrounded by handcrafted environments as far as the eye can see. So these maps obviously are going to be huge. And I'm going to have fun and like exploring. I'm going to have to make you get this game just so you can run around with me, because I can see it's really interesting.
Girl, I don't think there's any sunlight in this game. I'm scared.
There could be sunlight.
Nah, I don't think so. I think I saw something in like one of the descriptions about this game is like, there's no sunlight. This game is dark. It's like straight up ash. It's an ash kind of world.
Well, it is called.
But
Ashen.
yeah, yes. But it's still interesting. I like it. I like that they added way more to it. That the game has evolved into something that now. Not a lot, but like most of the people in our community are really intrigued by it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that it has come, you know, this far, and that it's coming out. Yeah, you said April next year, right?
Yeah, April 30th,
pretty cool.
2018. The creatures, we were talking about a little bit before about how there's going to be like giants and hungry. No, you know what? No. All right. So the creatures of Ashen include rare, lonely giants and hungry, twisted inhabitants of the night. Despite the darkness, life always finds a way. So it's gonna be interesting. This is a land teeming with floral, and you know, I'm excited to see what they're doing with it. And like you said, there is going to be combat, so each encounter, no matter how trivial seems, has the potential to end in disaster. So that's kind of surprising. Like, no matter what, you could die. And I hope you're happy with that.
Oh wow, I don't even know if you start with your own weapons or what, but that's scary.
It does save the land and being patient with some of the most valuable weapons available to alone. So, I think chances are you're either gonna, I don't know if you're gonna have to craft. Like, I haven't seen anything about crafting and stuff like that. So
I haven't heard anything about that.
I don't know if maybe you find them. You just end up
Yeah.
finding them.
Yeah. I've seen people fighting with a stick, an axe, and I was like, what the heck? I think you have a shield as well, which is good. But
That's true. But you
I
also
don't think
have
I've seen any swords.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think I saw a sword. But the town, there is also going to be a town where you'll be able to gather from survivors you choose to bring into your settlement. They might provide you with help ranging from blacksmiths to...
Ooh.
See, so that's where when they talk about blacksmiths and stuff like that and forging expertise, I'm wondering if there is crafting then? Like, if everyone's going to be able to kind of have a job to do?
I don't know.
Or if the survivors...
Maybe the NPC or like the AI does it for you. And they're like, if they're nice, they're like, here, I made you this. Or you trade with them and they give you something. But, I mean, if they're nasty folk and you bring them in, they might steal from you. So you might lose your stuff too.
Well, see, that's what that's what I'm kind of... If there's survivors you choose to bring to your settlement, does that, like, I guess maybe when you go out, you can find, like, the AIs and the NPCs and stuff like that you save, and then you bring them home and, you know, they work for you kind of thing. Like, that also seems like it'd be a really neat...
That's interesting.
Yeah. So... I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with it, and I'm really excited for Ashen and the design that they're bringing. I'm really happy they went from the first trailer and actually went more detailed into what was going on with this new trailer and actually showing us like boss fights and all that kind of stuff. It made me a lot more intrigued in it. So
yeah, I think they did it perfectly. They were showing you something interesting and like an indie artsy story base, and then they bring you a different trailer. It shows you way more, and they're like, "Look, there's a different side of it that we never talked about." So I like that. I like that. This game has evolved from what we first saw it.
Definitely agree. Definitely agree. All right, guys. So there's your two gaming topics that who knows? Maybe you've heard of the games. If you haven't, and you know, we gave you some details that you possibly maybe didn't know about the game, and now you guys may actually look into getting them. We're always here to help and hope to bring games to the bird's eye view so you guys can see them. So,
yeah, information.
The good information. But now it is time for everyone. Yeah, I know, right? Everyone, welcome to the pack battle, where Fox and myself will go head to head in a gaming debate from a topic. I know. You gotta love the voices, right?
Yes, I love it.
You have to love the voices. So anyways, this is going to be about a topic either picked by someone who DM'd us a topic or just one that we decided to pick. And for the next 5 to 10 minutes, we will be going from side to side on who's right or who thinks their side is right. And at the end, Fox will post on Twitter the topic and what the debate was, and you guys can pick who you think had the better debate. So, let's get into it. Fox, take it away.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So the last time we did this, it was physical versus digital, and sad to say, the future is now, and digital won.
Oh yeah,
congratulations. Congratulations.
It's one for Fox and one for Wolf.
Yeah, we're actually tied right now.
We're tied.
Since I got the first one with Battlefield and you got the second one with Digital. So congratulations to you. And everyone who voted, we really appreciate your feedback on that. That was really fun. But this time around, we asked you on Twitter, Destiny 2, is it a buy or a pass? And a lot of you have some strong opinions about this game. Surprise, surprise.
They did.
And yeah, my side is gonna be on the pass. And yeah, let's get started.
Sorry, hold on. Before we get started, I just want to make sure you guys know that when we pick a side, we are debating on either personal experiences or, you know, from things that we see on Twitter and stuff like that. But if by some chance, say, you know, Fox ends up buying the game, don't come back and be like, oh, hey, she said pass. It's literally just kind of like
No,
showing
this is
you
for
guys
fun.
both sides of the story. So
Yes, this is for fun, and also we are pointing out good things and bad things. Obviously, at the end of the day, you guys choose your own, path. You choose what you
Yes.
want to do. But yes, this is all good fun. So that's a nice disclaimer. Thank you very much, SheWulf.
you're welcome.
All right. So on my side of pass, on this Destiny 1.5 game, all right. The reasons why I think this is a pass for me. It's because it just feels like more of the same. In the campaign and the strikes, you're basically fighting the same enemies. You still have 3-player like co-op on there. I think they should have upped it, in my opinion. You still have your Crucible, which is interesting, but I feel like they took away from that by doing 4v4 instead of the 6v6 that we had last time, which I really enjoyed. And I know there's a lot of great games out there that could pull off 4v4, like Halo. So I'll throw, a similar game out there. So Halo pulls out 4v4 very well. But the good thing about Halo is
4 isn't all that bad. Come on, Foxy.
Wait, listen, I'm gonna tell you why, girlie. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in Halo, you have 4v4 as the main thing, but they have different modes. They have more players. Now on Destiny 2, I don't think you have that. All the modes are 4v4. Why? I don't think so. This is not good. They should have had a separate mode where it had more players. Just as an extra...
They can add updates.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. They can have updates. Like when? Like 6 months in, a year in, when they notice that not that many people are playing Crucible? Okay. Alright, SheWulf, I'll give you that. Alright, so another thing is the DLC. I'm not happy with the way it went down with last game DLC. You guys know that whole mess, what's going on with the first two. Didn't feel like it was worth it to have that expansion pass. And then later on, they threw even more DLC at you, which you had to buy separately from that expansion pass, which sucked for a lot of players out there. So, that's another thing that really sucked.
Come on, we pay money for video games. It's what we do, guys. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay. So, should I mention the fact that we're still waiting on DLC? Excuse me, girl? PlayStation still has stuff that we don't have over on the Xbox side, and that really sucks because the DLC actually comes out after Part 2. So, are you gonna go back and play the first Destiny? I don't know. I don't think so.
Get a PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Go buy another system for $300 and figure it out. No. All right. Let's move on to the next thing. Oh, okay. Some of the new stuff that I noticed on this game that I didn't like was the fact I know it's kind of silly, but it's a small thing, and I like this thing. They switched my shotgun over from a secondary weapon over to the special. So it's a heavy weapon now, supposedly. And when the heavy ammo drops in the map, you only have two. One on your side of the map, and then the other side on the bad guy side of the map. And you can't share with your team, which sucks for me because I love sharing with my team. I'm very team-oriented. And so when I pick up the ammo, I feel bad for SheWulf, who doesn't get any ammo. So I'm the one rocking the shotgun.
Well, if didn't take people's ammo, we wouldn't have.
Okay, so then I'll give you my ammo, and then guess what? I don't get to use my shotgun? Oh, okay. Thanks a lot, Destiny. Speaking of shotgun, I don't have my favorite shotgun from the first Destiny on the second Destiny. So my favorite invective is not there. So that kind of bums me out, especially if you have a favorite weapon that you can't use over. So a lot of people like Galley or different guns like that. Hawkmoon, that whole debacle happened where PlayStation had it for a year and it was an amazing gun, and then Xbox got it a year later and it got nerfed. Yeah, that happened. And that really sucks. So I can't have my favorite shotgun invective over on the new game, and that really bums me out because that's like saying, hey, Gears of War's coming out, but you can't have the Gnasher. Oh, what? Excuse me? Excuse me? I don't think so. So that also bums me out a little bit. Oh my god. I got so many points, girl.
Definitely.
Should I even keep going?
Nah, let's see some of these tweets that you got.
Alright, let's go to the tweets because I do have some more points. So JB Moran posted on Twitter. He said, pass for me. Shooting is solid, but just don't like doing the same thing over and over. And I understand where JB's coming from. You have to grind a lot in Destiny, and some people are just not into that. Another tweet that I got was from David on Twitter as well, and he said, "Pass for me. The first one was nothing but season pass after more DLC. Milking for the almighty dollar. Bungie sold out. The initial release of the game wasn't a complete one. Instead, it was promoting to buy DLC to make it better. No game should cost $200 to be more to be a final and complete game after 2 years." I think he makes a lot of great points on there. You could tell he went through a lot.
He's all nonsense. You're all nonsense.
You know he went through a lot emotionally with this game. By the way, I bought so much DLC for this game over on the PlayStation side and on the Xbox side.
That's your
So
fault.
Bungie and Activision took a lot of my money just because I'm a gamer and I really wanted to have the complete version of this game. You know what? Enough said. I'm dropping the mic. I'm dropping the mic.
Okay, guys. First off, let's take it back here to why we should buy Destiny 2. First off.
Convince me, girl. Convince me.
Yeah, I will. All right. So, first off, starting off with the first mission was absolutely amazing. The graphics look amazing. Now, yes, okay, we all know Destiny had some little issues with the last one, but we've also seen in the future that games always seem to get it right. Mostly with the second one. I won't give that credit to TitanFall because, well, they did destroy my multiplayer. But
Campaign.
But yes, they did give a campaign which was actually pretty good. So, other than that, I do have to say that GKB in his tweet actually kind of covered all my main grounds. So, he says, first off, it's Destiny. Yes, guys, come on. It is Destiny. It is that MMO style game, which is something that I actually love to play because I love... Well, one, I started on MMO, so being able to actually play an MMO style game like this, it just gives you longevity. You can constantly keep going back, shooting things, playing things. When they add updates and stuff like that, it's always something there that you can do. And I love being able to constantly go back. Yes, you have to pay DLC, but hey, we spend that money going to the movies. You buy popcorn, and guess what? At least you're getting game and actual gameplay and more stuff to do in a game when you actually spend that kind of money. Where a movie, you go buy popcorn, your popcorn's gone, you ain't getting it back unless you're going to poop it out. And the movie's over and you ain't going to be able to see it again because it's in theaters. So, why not spend the money on something you can actually go back and constantly keep playing? Next point is, since Destiny 1, Destiny 1 actually has a very loyal community. There's a lot of loyal players, and I think that is one of the most amazing things. GKB also goes into saying that the gunplay is hands down some of the best. Yes, I actually like the fact of how easy you can shoot these guns and how the bullet registration actually works so much better.
Until they nerf it. They nerf so many guns in the first one. I'm just saying, girl. Being honest.
You don't know.
I'm being honest, girl. I've been there.
That is true, but at the same time, speaking of the gameplay, it gives you many ways to play. GKB goes into saying that from the campaign to short co-op missions in the strikes to the multiplayer with the rewards, smart play, and I do like the fact that they actually added in the whole quick play and then you can have competitive, so it is neat to actually have a little more variety. Now, your whole point about the whole 4 versus 4 and the 6 versus 4, it is possible that they could bring these modes in later to allow us to have
later
6 versus 4.
When they see the numbers aren't there. Right, you're right.
No, they you know, they're looking.
They said 4v4 across all modes, girly. They said that.
Care. They could still bring 6 versus 6, and to top it off, they're trying to hit that whole esports kind of thing, and most of that is 4 versus 4. People liked Halo, and it was 4 versus 4. So
yeah, and it grew, and look at it now. They didn't take away anything. They gave you more.
Yeah,
they gave you
Destiny
more.
Could give you more. Destiny.
Yeah, later when they see their numbers drop after. Girly, this is the point is that they took.
Hold on, hush for a minute. They have not confirmed whether or not that their DLC could possibly actually be free. They didn't specify. They could actually bring stuff that could be free. Now, I'm not saying that they will, but there is stuff that they could actually bring updates that are free. because they do see a lot of other games that are doing this successfully. Like Battlefront 2 is going to have free DLC. So you never know. They may actually
I understand,
bring
but
that.
you can only compare it to the last game, which had expansion pass and it had separate DLC from that. So
But
I'm
this
gonna
is
go
a new
with
game.
that until they prove me otherwise.
This is a new
But
game. This is a new
I'm being
game.
honest. The fact that you go from 6 and then you go to 4, you're taking something away from me. You're taking the community away from me. Community game time is not gonna be the same. It's not enough
you don't
people.
know that.
It's not
You
enough
don't
people.
know
There's no
that.
private matches on launch. Oh my god, I'm done.
Well,
I'm
there's
done.
been a lot of games that haven't had private matches on launch. Like, there's still things that they could be working on and adding on. We don't know the full release. This was literally just a beta. And with the beta, I still think it stood out and actually gave you what you wanted. And in the end, I think it is going to be a full game. Even if you're only buying it just for the campaign, I think it is worth it.
Rent it! Rent it! You heard me! I said it!
Girl, you
rent
can
the
go
game.
rent it, but you're gonna
Rent
buy
the
it.
game. Rent the game. Do the campaign. Take it back. Shout out to Scrotum. He knows what I'm talking about. He did the same thing with TitanFall 2. He rented it. He played the campaign. Wait, didn't you guys do that as well? Oh my god, wait a minute. You guys rented it, did the
We
campaign,
own
and then...
Titanfall too.
Okay, no, but like when it first came out, I think you guys
That's not
rented
the
it.
point. I own it now.
Okay. Whatever,
So that
that's
doesn't
fine,
stand.
that's fine.
That doesn't stand.
But
You can't stand
the
on
thing
that.
that sticks out about Titanfall 2 is the campaign. I mean, Titanfall 2. Destiny 2. Hey, same game. The campaign is the only interesting part right now. And even then, you could just rent it, try it out, and then return it. Girl.
We don't know
I
how
got
long
this.
this campaign
I got this in the
is.
bag.
We don't know
I
how
got this
long
in the
this
bag.
campaign is, and the fact that you can actually do all these missions. When they take their campaign, they also put in the multiplayer aspect to it. This is not one of those games that you could just rent and then be happy with, because there is still going to be all the side missions, the strikes, and everything else that they've added.
Yeah,
into
if you're a
this game.
completionist, sure, I agree.
See? And you can play it with friends. You can roam these worlds with your friends. So
Yeah, just with 2 other friends.
with
sure,
2
that's
other
fine.
friends.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
hey, it's better than just having a standard co-op with only 2 people. But I also have another tweet from Charlie Jackson. Says he already pre-ordered the $100 version. Kudos to you, buddy. Kudos to you. And he loves the original. The sequel seems incredibly promising, and I completely agree. I think it could be promising, and I definitely agree with all the points that GKB and Charlie both made, because this game could stand out from what it was supposed to be. I do agree that, Destiny 1 was actually kind of disappointing because of the fact it wasn't as complete as it should have been. But this game could be the thing that actually brings people into the world of Destiny with the lore. And I do think that there is a possibility we could get updates for free. So I would not count it out just yet.
But you never know, because you seen what happened last time. And if you don't want to risk it, I don't blame you. You can pass. Pass. Hashtag pass.
You want to play with your friends? Bye. Just bye.
So yes, that was an interesting versus. I got a little heated there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
That was fun.
So great. Remember, guys, it is just all fun. Whether we actually agree with no matter what, we always pick a side. We will always determine which side we will defend, but that may not actually be our full actual views on it. But we just want you guys to see both sides of the views, and we do read your tweets, so make sure that when you see Foxy post it, throw your tweets out there, throw your opinions and why. Don't just tell us pass or buy. Give us your full reasons to why you believe on the side that you are picking, and we may read yours.
Yes, shout out to all the nerds out there that actually just wrote pass and didn't tell me why. Thanks, you guys. You guys didn't help me out at all, but I appreciate everyone who did comment their opinions and that did tweet me. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate that. We love the feedback from the community, really.
We do, yes. All right, guys, so now we are going to jump into the next part of this show, and of course, that is the dual deals. So, starting off, Fox, take it away.
Oh man, I wasn't ready. All right, so love deals. You guys already know that's my thing. And over here we have dual deals, so me and SheWulf get to share some deals with each other. And the first thing that stood out to me was some deals that Best Buy is having. So a lot of their stuff is on sale. Check it out. Check out the website. But some of the games that stood out to me, they have for the PlayStation 4, Horizon Zero Dawn is $40. and a lot of people rave about that game, the campaign, the characters, and stuff like that. So check it out. We also have another beloved PlayStation 4 game, The Last of Us, everybody's favorite game over on the PlayStation nowadays. So this one is the remaster. It's $15. That's a great price.
Nice.
Another game at Best Buy, Gears of War 4. Surprise, surprise. This is one of my babies. So you guys already know I love this game. It has campaign, it has multiplayer, it has horde mode. So many things that you can do. Weapon skins, awesome characters, and it's $25 at Best Buy. So check it out, pick it up if you like. Over on the Xbox One store, and I do believe it will be also added to the PlayStation and maybe the PC. Doom is $15 right now, so pick it up. They have all this awesome DLC. Actually, they have a big update that just came out, and all the stuff that was in the season pass are now available. All the multiplayer maps and stuff like that. The way that you could create snap map or something like that. That's all stuff. It's available to you now. So for $15, that's a steal. And then the last one is over on Amazon for $240. It's an Xbox One S bundle. It has 500 gigabytes. It's the white system, and it comes with Halo 5 and Ghost Recon, and those are both digital copies. So yeah, that's a great steal in my opinion.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, deals that I found for you guys is, one, everybody needs space because, hey, we got so many damn games that are growing in size that we need that space. So we got a 4 terabyte black My Passport portable external hard drive with a 3.0 USB port for $109 on Amazon. That is actually a really, really good price. And it actually looks very sleek and clean. I may actually have to pick one up because I thought it was pretty awesome. And of course, when you're listening to your games and you want to have the best audio, you can get the Astro A40s for $159 at GameStop or Amazon, which is pretty awesome. Next up we have is, if you enjoy Halo, then we got Halo Wars 2 on Amazon for $29, which I thought was pretty awesome. And on the PlayStation side, we actually have Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition for $29 on Amazon for PlayStation only. It is not available on Xbox for that price. It's still $59, so it's kind of surprised. And my last deal, just because I recommend it to you guys, is Destiny Open Beta starts today for free on Xbox and PlayStation 4 for anyone who wants to play. The Open Beta is live now.
You cheesy.
It ain't cheesy. It's true. It's a deal.
Yeah, you're right, but you cheesy girl.
It's a deal.
That's a good one.
I know, right?
That surprised me.
I'm like, there we go. It's a deal. deal. Alrighty, guys.
That's some good stuff, girl. Hard drive, headset, all cool. I got games. You got accessories. Yeah.
Accessory.
Very
True.
cool. Very cool.
Very true. Alright, so before we get out of here, let's answer a couple of your questions. So, Fox, you got one that I know you want to read?
Yes, this one is from last week. We had it as extra. So from Judd over at Twitter, he asked, my question would be, if you could add one feature to the Xbox One dashboard, what would it be? So yeah,
okay,
that's an interesting question.
I definitely agree. One of the biggest things that I want on the dashboard, Fox we were talking about this before the show, is the customization when it comes to your dashboard. I want to be able to move like the icons and stuff, like where they have like the ads and games with gold and stuff. I wish you could take that and actually move it down to the bottom, so you don't have to always see that on the side of your screen, and like kind of like be able to move things and have what you want showing on your dashboard, so it's easier to get to instead of just whatever mostly what they put on it is what I would love to actually see.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, especially the fact if you could like mess with the size of the boxes that you move around, that would be cool too. Because then you can make certain things smaller, other things bigger that are more important to you. And also, you were mentioning moving stuff. Maybe you could put your pins on the top. Some people might like that better because it's faster access to their favorite games or apps. So yeah, I would like to customize the dashboard just like you. Oh, that would be amazing. I mean, we could already do wallpaper, right? And that's about it.
Yeah, Sonic says avatars. That would be a cool feature.
On the dashboard?
Yeah,
oh,
where
okay,
you could
interesting.
actually have your dashboard, like, so say like when you're on your dashboard or something and your avatar you could like have them in like the one corner, so when you're doing things, it kind of like follows where you're clicking and stuff. And
Yeah,
kinda
that's
be,
interesting.
like I don't know, like make it a little more useful, because I find like the avatar, they're doing an amazing job with this new feature that's coming out for the avatar, and you literally
A new model. Yeah.
the new model, but what are you going to be able to do with it? Like, I know a lot of people are saying, like, they're going to be obviously going with this, you know, design, that they're going to probably switch that from their logos and stuff, but what else are you really going to do with it? Like,
I mean, if it would be cool if they implement it into some kind of hangout where you and your friends are in a party and you could see your characters interacting. That would be cool, because they kind of have something like that on the 360. Obviously, it wasn't as detailed. I'm pretty sure they could do that now, where if you guys want to go to a party room, you guys can see your avatars interacting, or a game room where you play mini games with your avatars. You know, when you're bored and you just kind of like just want to play for a little bit before you go back out or something like that. That would be fun if they implement it more, so I do agree with you on that. I don't know if I want it right on the dashboard, right there. If it's just standing there, I wanted her to be doing something.
that's what I mean, like, she could be doing something, like...
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Something.
But yes, customizing the dashboard is a big thing for us. Moving things around, having different sizes, changing the color of the boxes, all that stuff. It would be cool.
True. Alrighty, so do we have any other questions? Scottish Smurf says, how about notifications when your offline friends start playing same game as you? They're still...
No, because they're offline.
Well, yeah, they're not going to show it. Like, that's why they're offline, so that...
They're offline because they're hiding.
They don't want you to see them online. They're not going to have notifications. That's why they're appearing offline, so you can't see them.
Yes, they have private time.
Exactly.
That's
James,
funny.
will you be streaming Fortnite? I am trying really, really, really hard to get a review copy of that so that I can actually stream that on Monday. But we will see, and you know, I am hoping.
I would love to try that. If I do get it, if I buy it or if I get a copy or something, I would love to stream that. So I'm really intrigued by it, and we talked about it here on the show before. I believe it was episode 1. So yeah, I'm intrigued, and I want to see. Even you stream it. If I don't get it, I still want to see somebody play it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued with that game, and I really hope that, you know, even if we don't get a review, chances are we'll buy it, because the game looks amazing, and I think it would be an amazing game to stream because of what you do in it. So, but if you want to know more details about that game, you have to go back and watch the first GamingDen, because we do go into detail about Fortnite. So yeah. Yeah. So other than that, guys, I just want to say thank you everyone who tuned in with us, and I hope everyone enjoyed the show today. We had a lot of great topics and fun segments that you guys were able to interact with. Got to know the gamers, and of course we had a heated debate that just made things so much more funny to hear Fox kind of go on a rage. She definitely
I have more points. I swear, guys. I'm kidding. No, I'll leave it alone. But don't worry. Friendships were not harmed in the making of this episode.
Yes, they were. She's lying.
What? Oh my God! I'm texting you right now.
She's lying. She's lying. I'm telling you, she's lying. But of course, guys,
you love me.
Some days.
Wow, you guys. This is another day. This is another episode. I'm gonna say you better find a replacement because I'm leaving now.
I doubt that. Hold on. Oh, so we got one. Joe says, I have a serious question for all you guys. Would you buy an Xbox/PC hybrid? Yes.
Big maybe. Big maybe. I want to know more information.
But I am
That's
also
what I'll
PC.
say.
Like, I also do play on PC, so I play on PC and Xbox. So if I could have a hybrid, hybrids are always awesome. My dog's a hybrid, so.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I know. But of course, guys, you can find all of our information below. I was one of your hosts of today's show, SheWulf. You can catch me on Mixer from Monday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This past week, my schedule has been kind of all over the place because of beta releases and all that kind of stuff that I wasn't streaming in the morning. But I did still stream, so make sure you guys go and catch that. And other than that, make sure you tune in to the Console Corner every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Gamers Knows Best YouTube channel, because we do have a new daily show all about the news, daily news. So you guys can check that out and have some fun with it. So I'll now hand it off to my host and find out what she's up to.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you all for watching, hanging out in the chat. I saw a lot of you, like, awesome people that I know from the community. My friend from high school in there, what's up? So yeah, I just want to say thank you, and everybody who listens later, I really appreciate that. Leave some comments in the bottom down there. I'll read them and check them out. But yeah, I'll be on Mixer streaming. I've been streaming Destiny here and there. I will go back to my other games as well. I do YouTube videos, so if you missed some of my other streams, go to my YouTube channel and check them out. I also hang out with SheWulf and GKB on Console Corner, so that's on Tuesdays, like she said. Looking forward to the next show, as always. And besides that, you guys could talk to me on Twitter. So at Lady Fox Fire in the description below, check it out. And it was an awesome show. Thank you all for hanging out.
Definitely. And yeah, make sure you guys leave us comments below, because we both read them, not just Fox. I love how she always loves to point that out.
I read them. I read them first.
Send them to Fox.
I read them first.
You do know
Okay.
I actually see them first, because I do watch the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you see them, but I read them first.
Obviously,
I'm kidding.
I read them if I see them. You're such a nerd. You're a nerd.
I was
Anyways,
born
leave
that
us
way.
comments
Deal
below,
with it.
guys. Leave us comments below, and you guys will be able to chat with us and all that fun stuff. Again, hit us up on Twitter and Xbox Live and all that amazing things. And thank you, everyone, for hanging out and tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great weekend, and we are out.
Bye.
You